Welcome to our preview of the 2023 softball season. We're talking to our coaches as we count down to opening day. Very happy to have with us now Winthrop head coach Wendy Thies. And Coach, thank you for the time.
Hey, no problem. Glad to be here.
Well, let's get right into a big season for Winthrop here. What's your overall outlook for the upcoming year? Anything you might be tweaking, changes, improvements, overall expectations, anything along those lines?
Yeah, I mean, we had a difficult season last year. A lot of different challenges came into play. We had a young pitching staff. Our 1 and 2 stars were both freshmen. Had a lot of changes in the infield that we went throughout the year. And then this year's squad, what's the best thing about it? We got some real quality transfers that have come in with a great mindset. We really only lost one true starter to graduation. So I feel like just that year of experience under our belt has made all the difference, especially with practicing. As we prepare for our season preparation, as freshmen, kids are just excited. They're like, oh, it's great. We're about to play. And the focus is kind of, it's there, but it's just more of like, yeah, let's play, and whereas now, after everybody's been through the grind of a Division I season, the preparation is more focused. It's more, hey, no, this is what we've got to do, or that might not be good enough against these opponents. We've got to make sure that we're sharper in all the little facets. And I think that's made a really big difference with this squad throughout the fall and even going into this spring.
Macy McCall, one of the top returners in your hitting lineup.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what you were expecting from her performance-wise this year, and who the other main hitters might be in terms of production.
Right. As Macy arrived here a couple years ago, right? So this will be her third season. So 2 years ago she gets here. She had just transitioned to being a left-handed hitter. She hadn't hit left-handed a lot. She had tried a little bit at her old school. She had never swung away left-handed, and so we really depended on her slapping and her speed. She set a Big South Conference record in stolen bases for a single season. She has a Winthrop stolen base record. Like she's super fast. Well, she was determined to work on her swing away, and so last year, if you actually look at her numbers, although they dropped batting average wise, her power numbers went up throughout. She had more doubles, she had more home runs. And you know what? You're good at what you work at, right? You're good at what you work at. And I think what happened is we kind of focused a little bit too much on really developing that swing and that power, and we lost a little bit about what makes Macy. And so this year I'm really excited because she's taking pride in, dropping a sneaky bunt, beating it out. She's taking pride in that stolen base. She's taking pride in standing in there and just hitting one over our scoreboard, which she does in practice daily. So it's like, I think she understands that she's got a lot of tools in her shed and she doesn't need to pick one favorite tool and live with it. And in the outfield, she can roam out there. She can roam out. I think every coach in the country loves to have a fast outfield with strong arms. And, I can't say that I'm not blessed with that this year. And it is wonderful. It's a pitcher's best friend. To have outfielders that can just go track it down and go get it. And Macy with Paige and Peyton and Ashton Van House, what we do have is we have a super senior. We have 3 seniors that are all planning on returning for another year, even after this. And so we just have this maturity out there and just exceptional speed. I mean, plus speed all the way across. And so kind of like that, and Macy leading the way. I would say the strength of our Winthrop softball team is definitely our outfield.
Well, let's, hitting and fielding is good, but you got to have the pitching to go with it. So let's talk about that for a second. Respacing her, what makes her successful? She's one of the top pitchers on the staff. What are you working on with her, and then flesh out the staff for us a bit?
Reese is a focused, determined competitor, and we were blessed last year to have her join us early. She graduated high school early. She left high school last December, got here in January and hit the ground running. She finished as our top performing pitcher on the mound, had over 130 strikeouts, I believe. Her ERA was in the 2s. And we didn't provide enough support for her offensively. A lot of times she lost a lot of 1-run games, a lot of low-scoring games. What she's learned and she knows now is like she needs to pitch into her defense. She needs to make sure she's saving her pitches, right? And getting those soft contact outs. She doesn't have to strike everybody out. She doesn't have to do it by herself. She's got a little bit more velocity this year, just growing up a little bit. Again, going from high school, having your senior season and your freshman college season all in the same year was a lot for her. And I think this year is just kind of one of those years to really just focus on being a great college pitcher. And so her focus has been really getting bite on her pitches. What makes Reese great is she has all of them. You know, she's people, sometimes you have a curveball pitcher or a rise ball pitcher or someone who throws one thing that's pretty heavy. But Reese does have it all. She can work every single part of that box with every single pitch, and all of her pitches are good. There really isn't a bad one. And there's not one that she doesn't have confidence in. You know, if we have a day where I'm like, what do you want to work on? And she goes, let's work on a little bit more bite on that pitch. And that's so nice to have. You know, there's not one that she's really fighting with at all. And for a pitcher to be able to go up, down, in, out, and off speed, that's very, very difficult for hitters to line up.
Well, you know the Big South is going to have a gauntlet to run through, as it is every year, but folks are familiar with that. So let's talk non-conference schedule for a second. What do the Eagles have lined up that we can look forward to this year?
Well, we always have a good time playing our regional opponents here in some of the Power Five. So this year, instead of just playing University of South Carolina and Clemson, we've added UNC, a trip to UNC to our schedule, and I think that'll be good. I remember as a player playing at UNC. I don't know if I've been back since, so I'm really excited to take my squad there. We head over to Elon to start off the season. We go down to Florida Atlantic, and there we'll play Texas State twice, which is a top 25 program. We play Florida Atlantic, which always has a great tradition of softball. So our non-conference is pretty stiff. It really is. I think it'll prepare us really well for conference. We play a non-conference tournament up at Marshall, and Marshall will help prepare us for those games that we have on turf, because they have a turf field. So I try to schedule one of those, just because in conference we have some fields that are dirt and some that are turf. So I feel like we'll have a little bit of everything, you know, and we'll travel. We have 2 home tournaments, which is exciting. We have Nevada flying out to play us, and they've always had a really strong program. Excited. I know our girls are really excited to play Harvard. You know, like my girls are very smart on this team. We have, I think half my team, over 50% are pre-med majors. They're all taking MCATs, things going in. So they're like, we're playing Harvard. Let's go. I was like, let's go get them. So I'm excited for what our fans here in Rock Hill will get to see, because we do have, I think 24 games at home this year, which is heavy for us. And then we go on the road. We're going to be on TV a few times and play some tough opponents. And this year's squad, like I said, it's more mature. So I'm looking for that maturity to go there and have a little bit more quiet focus, and maybe we can surprise some people.
A lot to look forward to, certainly, and an anniversary season, I understand.
Yes, so it's our 50th anniversary of Winthrop softball here. So it's really exciting. I know Title IX had celebrated the 50th anniversary, and so with Winthrop softball being its 50th year, we've got some fun things planned. I think our Radford series, we're having alumni in from all different decades, and we've got rally towels, and we're going to try and do a little bit of everything throughout the year. I'm so looking forward to this season. Great group of girls, and I'm looking forward to leading them, and hopefully we can surprise some people.
Well, we're looking forward to see it play out. Coach, we wish you the best of luck. We wish all the Eagles the best of luck this season. Thank you for your time, and best of luck with preparations.
Thank you so much.